We called him He's in custody. He's in custody. Why is he in Yes, but how many years later? About 10 years later. Well, why is that? It's caught. Associated with accused of bringing Gentiles into the temple. That is a big concern for Jews. Why are you doing that? Gentiles are dirty, they're clean, and the temple was pure. And for Gentiles to come inside the temple, that's the law. There were several. It was a Gentile. No. No, Paul's not. They thought he brought a Gentile with him. They know that Paul, for his history, he was a Jew. But they suspected Paul brought the Gentile in the temple with him. That's why it's so upset. Did Paul have a relationship with Gentiles? Yeah. Several traveled with Paul. The name of some of the Gentiles that traveled with. Barnabas was a Jew. Timothy was a Jew, but he was circumcised, so Timothy is full Jew now. Heard it. Remember him? I don't expect you to remember that. Ooh. That guy specifically said, I saw Paul. I suspect, I thought the Gentile went with Paul into the temple. And Paul had a really big ministry to the Gentiles. Remember 3 different areas or journeys? And all of his journeys. First, did he go? When he arrived in town, first place he went, the synagogue, all of them. First to the Jews. To the Jews first. The Messiah has been here. He has already come. And some said, oh, okay. And they accepted it. And others, oh, don't you talk me back. Now, that's what Paul had to say. Sometimes Gentiles are more accepting, and other times it's not. In Ephesus, Paul barely made it out of the line. How do they identify the difference between a Greek and a Jew and most is the biggest identifier. Gentiles do not have similar clothing rules like the Jews do. Paul probably dressed like a Jew, most likely, because he was Jewish. And he followed the Jewish law. I am a Pharisee. My father was a Pharisee. Strong lineage of Jewish faith and tradition that grew up. I signed Pharisee. A little bit different than a priest. A priest was a Jewish line of Levi who can work and serve in the temple. A Pharisee, almost like like a Bible college student, scholar, who studied for many years to become, like a PhD of biblical knowledge, and they strictly adhere to the laws. They lock the law. There's more a teacher, an educator. Some work like scribes, and some sat on the council. You never council? What was the council called? Sanhedrin. I very tough to say. That's the Jewish court system. Some people think that Paul was on the court system prior to becoming a follower of Jesus. But Paul himself was Sanhedrin. He could have go back, we don't know. Yes, Paul had a lot of college studies in this country, and he was one of the biggest names of the teachers of that time. Recently, Paul taught in the Hebrew language to people, and they were ready to kill him. And the Catholics pulled him out and put him in box. You're going to arrest a Roman citizen? Oh, wait a minute, hold everything. Take the shackles off and warn the people. I'm here to let you know he's a Roman citizen. You're a Roman citizen? Uh-huh. I'm a Roman citizen. I bought it. How are you a Roman citizen? I was born free. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Now we're out to check. And now that is purchased. This is safe. And Paul's third missionary journey. Where is Jerusalem? Right there by that red dot. So the chief Pharisees that were also listening. And we're going to see how Paul, he was just it's a very interesting story. I love Paul. How he addresses them. He's so to be brave, but then he also gives them a little trick too. Up, Acts 23. And Paul, earnestly beholding the council, starts off by saying, men and brethren, I have lived in all good conscience before God until this day. I'm telling you, I'm innocent. I have no guilt. I feel no guilt at all from my actions. And the high priest, the boss of the city, comes in, smites him on the mouth. Then said Paul to him, God shall find you, thou. What does he call him? White wall. What's his wall? What is a white wall? What are you talking about? Paul was quoting from Jesus. When Jesus called the Pharisees, you white sepulchres. What's a sepulcher? It means tomb. A sepulcher means a tomb. Now, understand, it wasn't dug and put underground. They used a cave and then rolled a stone over it. And often, they painted it white. Because they wanted to be clean. But what's inside? What's inside are dead people. Sitting inside the bottom was dirty, but it had dead people in it. You're a white wall sepulcher. Come on. You think, but you are dead inside. Whoa. And he said, you sit there and judge me after the law, and me to be spitting contrary to the law, and they stood by. And we bought us that was God's time. And Paul says, sorry, I didn't know that he was a high priest, for it is written, thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. You know, we discussed that on Sunday when I was preaching. Remember? I was preaching about politics and being humble and submitting to the rulers. Same as Paul. He knew this, and he knew to respect. He didn't know who had hit him was the high priest. And he was saying, hey, why do you do this? Oh, high priest, I'm so sorry. Now, Paul, he's in some hot water now, some trouble. And now the high priest is against him. So what does Paul do? I love it. I told you. It's a trick. I love this. But Sadducees. Huh? And the other part were Pharisees. Okay, this time to sign. What is Sadducees believe? There's that, you see. Oh, you're going to play the English that he's singing. Yes, I got you see. They don't. Resurrection. Once Jesus was dead, he was dead. And they believe there's no ghost. They don't believe in the Holy Spirit. They don't believe in angels. Oh, I learned that tonight. Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, yeah, they didn't believe in angels either. Or spirit. So this guy signed Sadducees and with the left and Pharisees with the right. Okay, so Paul gets on with this comment. He cried out to the council, "Men and brethren, I am a Pharisee, the son of a Pharisee. And I believe in the hope and resurrection of the dead. And that's why I've been called here today." Question. And when he had said so, there arose a dissension between the Pharisees and Sadducees, a humongous argument. He says, "No, he's not. He's guilty. No, he isn't. No, he's guilty." And then back and forth. Because Paul made the comment, "I'm one of them, and I believe in the resurrection." And the Sadducees don't believe in that. So that continued, and the multitude was divided. For the Sadducees say there is no resurrection, nor angel, nor spirit, but the Pharisees accept and believe in both. And there ensued the argument. And there arose a great cry, and the scribes that were of the Pharisees' part arose, saying, "We find no evil in this man. But if a spirit or an angel has spoken to him, let us not fight against God. We need to accept." And the Sadducees know. So, each side was yanking Paul back and forth. And the chief captain, fearing lest Paul should have been pulled to pieces, same as the centurion. And he is from where? From Rome. Did he understand Hebrew language? No. But he saw what was happening. He watched it like a tennis back and forth and back and forth. Aww. Okay, well, let me get Paul out of here. And commanded the soldiers to come and go down and take him by force from among them. Because he was afraid Paul was going to be pulled to pieces. That be broken. Enough of this. Get him out and bring him to the castle, the home of the chief. And that night, following the Lord stood by him, Paul, and said, "Be of good cheer, Paul, for you will testify to me in Jerusalem." So, also, you must go bear witness at Rome. Oh. Now, how is Paul going to get to Rome? We're going to see in the next few chapters how Paul arrives there in Rome. And it's a long journey. It takes several years before Paul actually arrives in Rome. We're going to see that. So, the Lord told him, Paul said, okay, thank you, Lord. The Lord said, attaboy. And when it was day, certain of the Jews banded together and bound themselves under a curse, a promise, saying that they would neither eat nor drink until they had killed Paul. Whoa. And more than 40 of them had made this conspiracy. And they came to the chief priests and elders and said, we have bound ourselves under a great curse. That we will do nothing. That was not God's idea. Because he's already told Paul that you're going to be not out. So, he's not going to fail. Now, so the 40 men say, you go to the court and the council and tell the chief captain to bring Paul again to you tomorrow for question. And we will be ready to kill him as he comes here. And the priest said, okay, I'll do it. But there was one problem. There's a hero in the story. A teenage boy heard their plan. Who is this teenage boy? Paul's sister's son. So, Paul heard what was going to go down. And he leaves. Hey, Paul, Uncle Paul. I want to tell you, they're coming to kill you. They're going to call you out. There's 40 men lying in wait to get you. Paul says, hold that information. And he comes to the centurion captain and says, come here. Hello. Come here a minute. Thank you. This young man has something to tell you. He wants to tell you something that he overheard. And it's very important. Okay? Tell me what happened. So the chief captain took the boy by the hand. Tell me what happened. What did you hear the men discussing? So he told them everything. The Jews had agreed and want to kill Paul, and they're going to ask you to bring him for more questioning. And then while he comes down, there's 40 men Don't listen to them. Because those 40 men have made an oath that they will not eat or drink until they've killed Paul. And now they're ready, looking for a promise from you. So the chief captain lets the young man go. Don't tell anyone that you told me this, okay? All right. And chief captain is thinking, what am I gonna do? I'm getting
No.
Wait a minute, this is fun.
So
I got you, you guys all fun. I love my job. And so, what do you think we do? The chief calls 2 centurions. What's the meaning of the word centurion? A Roman soldier who is responsible for 100 men under his command. So we call 200 soldiers. Right there. Make ready. 200 soldiers to go to Caesarea. And oh, 3 score and 10. 60 plus 10 is 70. 20, that's 60, and 10 would be 70. 70 horsemen, and 200 spearmen. 407 people to protect who? Paul. He had more security than the President of the United States. 470 people. 70 on horse, 200 warriors, and 200 soldiers. So 40 men, wars. And when did they go? The 3rd hour of the night.
Burning.
9 o'clock at night? 9 o'clock at night. 9 p.m. Really? Because evening started at 6 p.m. So the 3rd hour was 9 p.m. 6 hours midnight, 9 hours 3 a.m. 6 o'clock in the morning, gone. So, middle of the night, basically. And they tried. They did not drive. And they went to Felix the governor. We're going to talk about that soon. Horses, donkeys, maybe the beasts that were provided for Paul to ride on.
Wow.
the wrong concept of Paul's trip to Rome. Really, the process of Paul going to Rome, but it was not his choice. He is going as a prisoner. Imagine for a moment if I did a crime in California. Big bank robber stole $500,000, and I killed a man, and I ran and escaped. Do you think the police will be looking for me? Where are the police looking for me? In California. Because that's where it happened. But if I escape, and they can't find me, what are they going to do? They put out a warrant for my arrest. Okay, now, my name, my birthday, my social security number, all of these things that are in the system, and a picture of my beautiful face. It's a face. And if they catch me somewhere else, it's history. My wife used to work for the sheriff's department in Florida. It's very interesting. So later, I left California and I'm out there running, and I visit New York State. And I'm driving, and I'm speeding a little bit, and I'm about 15 miles over the limit. Cop takes a picture. Follow me, they took a picture. So, and the cop pulled me over. License and registration, please. Here you go, officer. Thank you. What's he gonna do? He goes to his car. Their laptop, and they type it in and see if you have a history. If you have any warrants, and then immediately it's going to pop up and see that I am wanted for robbery and murder in California. So what did they do? They arrest me. Maybe call for a backup, you're right. Then a backup comes and brings me to New York jail. And my wife they have to send me back to California. Either they're going to fly me there, or they're going to drive me there. From New York, with the policeman, I'm bound all the way to California. It's called prisoner transport. So Paul is in prisoner transport mode at the moment. They don't have the subways. Okay. So Paul's transport to Rome, we'll learn more later. Still, we have 2 more chapters before we arrive at Rome. So, okay.
Good.
He writes a letter, remember? And the letter says what? I, the chief captain, Claudius, writing to the most excellent governor, Felix, sending greetings. army and rescued him, having understood that he was a Roman. Remember, Paul says, I'm a Roman citizen. Oh. Okay. Then I would know that cause wherefore they accused him. I brought him forth to their council. And the question of their law had nothing laid to his charge worthy of death or of bonds. Then it was told me that the Jews laid wait for the man. I sent straight away to send him to thee, and have gave commandment to his accusers also, to say before thee what they had against him. Farewell. And what's the point of the letter? Okay. I'm tired of this mess, of this problem, and the chaos. I don't want him in my town. He is your problem, not Felix. You're the guy. Really, Felix is a governor. It's not like a governor that we think of today, but more a Roman representative. Almost like, remember Jesus was in front of Pilate? Same concept. Felix was put there by Rome to be overseeing of the problem. And Chief got said, hey, I'm done with this. This is your problem now. And then the soldiers, as it was commanded them, took Paul and brought him by night to Antipatris. And on the morrow they left the horsemen to go with him and return to Caesarea. Who, when they came to Caesarea and delivered the epistle to the governor, presented Paul before them. When the governor had read the letter, he asked of what province he was. I can't. Good. Sorry. What was the name of it? The purple one. Any other guesses? Some say Asia, some say Sicilia. Who agrees to vote with Tom Adams? Any more guesses? Susan's okay. Okay. Maybe you tell. Any more guesses? Who's right? Bill's right. Glory to they agree. Aquarius. Because he was born in the town of Tarsus. Right there. Today was Turkey. But at that time, everything, was owned by Rome. They had conquered so many countries in that area. Sort. More of the holding cell, not the awful jail. Yes, he's a prisoner. Yeah. He's safe. Okay. Like a house arrest, yes. Today we have the angle that leads. That one. And more. That is just chapter 23. Next week, we're going to see Felix discuss and question him. And what Felix thinks about all situations. And we'll see if his accusers show up and we'll call him into the phone. I encourage you to read chapter 24 before you come. Oh no, I make surprises both days. All right. Chapter 24. Any questions about that? Yep, chapter 24. Let's see, Roma, the king here. You mentioned the name Herod. Remember, there are several different rulers who were named Herod. The first Herod, Herod the Great. Well, Jesus was born. And killed the babies in Bethlehem. He has died. And Jesus moves on to Nazareth. And then we have Herod. And he cuts off the head of John the Baptist. That's right. So that Herod dies. And the third Herod. Oh! Can't remember the third Herod. He orders the killing of James, the apostle, the first pastor in Jerusalem church. And he also orders Peter's death, but Peter walks out. Herod dies in front of the people. He was sick from his wounds. Remember that day? He's dead. And Felix, maybe 2 or 3 governors later, same position of Herod that he had in the same city where he ruled, but later. So who runs Rome right now is Nero. They believe in God. Are they in Europe now? The second answer is yes. No, there are no more Sadducees. Pharisees are no more today either. They have a different name for the Jewish leaders today. You know, question? Yes, they believe it's God.
Mm-mm.
Not the law, and they believe it's that and the other. But they believe that God is a spirit, yes, but the Holy Spirit, no. Did they think there were angels that went around there? No. Yes, they believed in God. Same basic of the Jewish religion, but different theology. Now, do they believe in Jesus as a man? They know he existed. Because we see several Sadducees meet Jesus and question him. But do they accept Jesus? No. Sadducees do not accept Jesus at all. Because Jesus talked often about his future resurrection. And Jesus himself was resurrected himself, but they don't believe he arose. Now, Pharisees on the other hand, they believe in the future resurrection. Most of the Pharisees don't believe in Jesus. Some do. We know one. Make it easy. We're still waiting for Messiah. Yep. But now, today, that group's not there anymore. But Jews in general, 80 to 85%, maybe more, believe the Messiah has not yet come. And they're still waiting for the Messiah to come. Only 10% believe that Jesus is the Messiah. And they're called Messianic Jews. Here's one, I think I know this here actually. Messianic Jew. The Sadducees are not saved, that's right. You go to the lake of fire. And go to hell, yep. That is so sad, isn't it? They do not believe Jesus is the Son of God. They don't accept the New Testament. And one famous Jewish great gentleman that I like, he's very conservative, but he does not accept Jesus. Not exactly. Jehovah's Witness believes Jesus as the Son of God. Yes, they do. Jehovah's Witness, they will say he's the Son of God, but not God. Jehovah is the only God, Yahweh. That's their belief. Jesus is not a part of them. But we know that their theology them to read Jeremiah 23, verse 5 and 6. Lest I send high hand Jehovah. Is Jesus Messiah? There you go. Oh, the one that, oh, right there. It tells you right there. That's the insert. Jewish man. And I asked him, do you believe in Jesus Christ? And he said, I believe in Jesus, yes. Great teacher, preacher. What kind of Jew? Reformed Jew. Most Jews don't accept Jesus. See several people. Look at them.
Friends, and
Animals.
cut the
Oh. They did that until 80 Sunday when Rome destroyed Jerusalem. And when Rome destroyed Jerusalem, the Jews had to flee. And they didn't sacrifice animals anymore. Now the sacrifice is giving money to the synagogue. And that is what we teach today as well, to sacrifice by giving money to the Before you means the Son of I'll tell you, it's very, very clear. Are you ready? Jeremiah chapter 23. The prophet about Messiah says, behold, the day will come, saith the Lord, I will raise to him a righteous, and a king shall reign, answer judgment, justice on the earth. In his day, Judah will be saved, Israel is saved. This is his name. He shall be called Jehovah our righteousness. Clear. Jeremiah 23, verse 5 and 6. Anytime I think of the job wilderness, that's the scripture I go to. First I play and chat with them. Oh, Do you have doubt? Who is Messiah? And their answer, Jesus. Real quick. Jesus is the Messiah. Oh, I don't know if I can accept. Are you sure Jesus is the Messiah? Oh, yes. Jesus is the Messiah, the gentleman says. And I said, the problem is what? In Jeremiah chapter 23 talks about the Messiah. And it says his name, the Messiah, who says Jesus, his name is Jehovah.
Oh, what? Let me see. Let me see.
And they look and they read it for themselves. I say, look, I say, no. I want to look at Jeremiah 23, verse 5 and 6. It says right there, his name, Jehovah. So you're telling me, and then they're like a lost words. I said, well, about that.
Then,
And let them there, Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 5 and 6. Even their translation says it. It's different. So what they're going to do now, I like to use their own Bible. Heavenly Father, thank you for your name. Thank you for the opportunity to share Jesus Christ with others. Lord, you are Jehovah. You are God. The greatest one.